Today is that time of the week where we either play a roguelike/roguelite or we take a first look at the game, or maybe even a combination of both. And in this video, we are taking a first look at this game called Gordian Quest. Alright, let's check more of this game after the intro. Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all staying safe. Kenra here, and thanks for tuning in. At the time of recording this game is still in early access on Steam. It has very positive reviews though from around 2,600 players. But based from Steam tags and description, it didn't mention anything about it being a roguelike or roguelite. But from some of the reviews I've read, it seems there might be a game mode or two that incorporates that genre. Well, I guess we shall see. Anyways, I haven't played this game at all, so you can say this is an absolute beginner's perspective. Alright, so let's check the settings or the options first. Okay, so we have our resolution, which is perfect. VV-Sync, blah blah, that's fine. Audio, I hope this is not too loud. Gameplay. Okay, automatically retain cards when possible. Prompt if ending, I'll just leave this as... yeah, I'll just leave this be for now. So these are the default settings. Now interesting, there's a prologue. So what's the codex? Oh, I see. Okay, I guess we can check everything here. Your collected cards maybe. So some of the cards, I don't know if this is really, because it's early access, there's no pictures yet. Yeah, some of them have though. Oh, they already have. I guess it took time to load. Cool. It has a Slay the Spire vibe on it, so if you haven't, if you don't know about that game, that's kind of like one of the best or most popular roguelike deck builders out there. So yeah, the cards reminds me a lot of like that. Second best one would be, for my opinion, is the monster train. So that's the codex. We have the items here as well, so I guess it will take time to load. What's this? Oh, cool. Nice pictures on the cards though. And let's see what else. Artifacts. Okay, bag of holding. The quintessential item for adventurers in Dungeons and Dragons or any RPG, I guess. Okay. Dodecahedron. Rolling 20 on the dice grants one in an event challenge, grants one fate. Interesting. I guess I'll read on this more off camera, but we have quite a few artifacts here. Cool. Alright, so what's the prologue about? Oh yeah, before we go to the prologue, I almost missed this, but I really like when games like this puts tooltip info, or yeah, tooltips with helpful info about the status effects or keywords for in the cards, right? So like here, trigger means this skill activates conditionally, then discards itself. Bleed takes X damage when moving a cell. Value reduced by 1 when receiving a heal. So retain remains in hand on turn end. So I guess every turn ends, as there's quite a few games, or that's probably the common thing for roguelike deck builders, where at the end of the turn you actually discard your hand unless there's a card like this that says this particular card will remain in your hand on turn end, which could be quite powerful, right? Depends on your build and depends on your strategy. Okay, so that's that. Actually, we only highlighted the Warlock. If we actually do Sword Hand, so I guess these are the different classes that we can play. We have the Spellbinder, Scoundrel, Ranger, Golemmancer? What the? Golem, I guess the keyword is Golem. So you're specializing in golems, maybe? Druid, Cleric, and Bard. Pretty much standard RPG class, right? Classes. Although I guess the Sword Hand is the Warrior. Okay, well, cool. Now let's go to the prologue.
Many moons ago, Varendia was once a sprawling mass of land with bountiful resources, inhabited by both Vanai and man.
Quite an old guy, I guess.
Vanai, relentless and greedy in their quest for knowledge, drew upon these resources to experiment with powers far beyond their understanding. Angered by their arrogance, the gods banished them and shattered Varendia into pieces, marring each with a different curse. Vanai faded from history, and man was left to inherit the punishment. Centuries of chaos and fright ensued, and from the darkness, heroes were forged. You are one of the few willing to brave the unforgiving threats of each region in search of a cure for Varendia's curses. Your adventure begins in Westmire, a region slowly crumbling under the rift, an unholy gateway to the Nether Realm. You will need to challenge and defeat the Rift Lord to purge Westmire of its curse. Should you survive, remember that it's just the first of many cursed regions. Your quest is far from over. Your journey will be fraught with peril, but you will have might and magic on your side.
Might and magic.
The nights will be cold, but your trusted companions will keep you warm. Your enemies will be strong, but in time, you can grow stronger. Now, gather your wits and steel your courage. Your Gordian Quest is about to begin.
Cool intro. Always nice to have games with this type of intro. It's not 3D rendered, but you know what? I like the effort, right? Okay, so I guess it wasn't really a tutorial. I thought it would be a tutorial game, but nope, it's not. So now let's go on to new game. So there's actually patch notes, but I'll probably read it off camera. So here you go. And let's click on the new game. Alright, so we have the campaign mode. So duration is 5 to 10 hours. It's a story-based linear adventure. Alright, so and there's the realm mode. So we actually have a quick run and an endless run. So I think this is where it's probably, I've read that they incorporated some roguelike or roguelite elements. Maybe we'll try that later, but for now I'll probably on this first look in video I'll go through the campaign mode, right? But here it does say traverse the realms and defeat the realm bosses that inhabit them. How far can you go? Cool. So yeah, it really sounds like a roguelike run right here, or roguelike type of mode. Anyway, let's now select the campaign mode. Cool. So it's pretty much not a very large map, but who knows, right? Right now we're gonna do Act 1, and we actually need to be level 1 to 16 here before we proceed to Act 2, which requires level 17 at least. Okay, and there's several more regions here. I guess that gets unlocked as the the developers progress through its early access stages, right? Like this one here says Act 3 coming soon. Cool. All right, so let's click on Act 1. Trouble in Westmire. Silverkeep, a town situated on the far isolated western reaches of the world. Its quiet existence is now threatened by the undead, rising in droves against the living. Come to Silverkeep's defense and uncover a treacherous plot that will span Westmire and the other continents. Cool. Let's click here and click next. Alright, we get to pick our starting hero, and you will gain a chance to recruit other heroes later. Alright, cool. So by default we have the sword hand, and let's see, we can randomize. So there's like what? So each of these is a class. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 classes. And for each class, it looks like we can choose if he or she can be a male or female. I don't have any problems with that, but some players might. Alright, like clerics, I guess she's a female. She can only be female. Now, each one has different hit points, strength, dexterity, intelligence, and initiative. Alright, let's check out each stat. Pretty much standard. This one, strength, affects your damage when using red cards. Oh, okay. And performance in challenges involving physical strength and endurance. Every 2 points of strength have above 10 grants 1 damage to red cards, +1 bonus to strength challenges, +1 to HP. Alright, dexterity affects your damage when using green cards or dexterity skills, and performance in challenges involving agility and reaction. Every 2 points of dex above 10 grants +1 damage to green cards, +1 damage or bonus to dex challenges, and +1 to initiative. And intelligence, I guess it's straightforward as well. So this is for intelligence-based skills. There's a blue card, okay. So I guess his specialty would be strength cards, right? I assume. So his skills, what's this? Oh, alright, his starting deck, cool. So these are red cards with the red borders, I guess. And then he also has, I guess, a mix of strength cards and agility cards. I guess the green border means it's agility based cards, right? Okay, and for veteran, I wonder. Oh, okay, these are specialists. Oh, okay, so each class also has like a subclass in it. That's what I will think with this options here. They are subclasses. So for a subclass tactician, it's actually more like magic based. So he has, again, I am assuming that the border here indicates, you know, it's like magic or maybe more intelligence based. I guess that's the correct word, not magic based. And I guess these are neutral cards, the gray ones. Okay, so more like intelligence based cards, and 1 agility duelist. Alright, we have the veteran. Cool. So you get to choose, actually. You get to review your deck, starting deck, and choose from which one you prefer. Okay, so we have the druid. Cool. So they actually also have like skills here, and this is the deck. I see. So swordsmanship. Okay. Skills focus strongly on one-on-one fighting prowess. Warrior skills focus on general combat ability and leadership. Okay, focus on buffing yourself and your allies. However, it doesn't say here. I thought they would be in the specialization as well, right? But I guess these are your main traits as a swordsman. So your swordsmanship. Okay, cool. Right, so as a sword hand, you got -1 intelligence. I guess that's by default. You can't like add or subtract points. Yeah, there's no option. So by default, as a sword hand, you have decreased intelligence, but you have increased dexterity and strength. Pretty much standard for our RPGs, right? Similarly here, you get no bonus intelligence, but alright, cool. And there's some story here, backstory if you want. So I always preferred playing as a warlock or a magic-based character. Ooh, I haven't seen this one before. Tormentor. Cool. Blood magic. Malediction. Reaping. I kind of like the concept already. Oh, hey, there you go. There's the Warlock. Oh, actually, he's a sword hand. But if you go here, veteran, it reflects here. He's a veteran. But his main class, I guess, is the sword hand, right? We have the cleric, the bard, the ranger, Yeah, I think that's my second most preferred class is the ranger. And yeah, and then an assassin. All right. So spellbinders might be more like, yeah, the elemental based magic class, right? Like the force mage, right? So I'd probably go with the tormentor and the warlock. So I don't get bonus in dexterity. All right. So this is what I'm gonna start with. I hope this is beginner friendly, but we'll see. So we have the blood magic, malediction, and reaping, and our card starts with this one. So let me pause the video here while I review the cards, but I'll scroll down for you just so you can read it if you want. All right, so after reviewing this one and the keywords, I mean the cards and the keywords, I wonder what the X here means. My assumption is this probably means it's where the target is located, maybe. So this one might mean it deals to anyone in the map, or in the combat map, or tactical map, I guess. And this one, it says here, the target is the damage to targets in a row. I wonder if this means all targets in the tactical map, because this one only deals in a row, right? But this one is everywhere. So maybe it's an AoE spell. We'll see. But that's going to be a very powerful spell though, because it's 6 damage to everyone. I don't think so. Maybe it just means you can target anyone in the tactical map. And this one though, it specifically says 11 damage to targets in a row. We'll see. And another thing that I'm interested at is guard. I guess guard is your defense. You can increase defense, so guard is defense. Shift is shifting cells, right? So move a target into an adjacent cell. So my guess is the tactical map is maybe a hex based one, and you can shift targets in between them. I don't know, maybe move them back, move them sideways. We'll see. All right, so there you go. So those are the cards. Let's just go inside the game to find out more about the game concepts, right? So let's check this first. Spend renown to discover new artifacts. Okay, so we can actually discover artifacts. Artifacts are objects that grant a variety of beneficial effects to your party. Obtain renown by completing acts or runs in realm mode. Okay, cool. So we can actually randomize, but I will do this one. Okay, let's click on next. Oh, alright, difficulty. Oh, there you go. So there's roguelite mode and roguelike mode. If your entire party is defeated in battle, your run ends. Roguelike. Heroes cannot be resurrected at the sanctuary upon death. If your entire party is defeated in battle, your run ends. Interesting. You can actually just select one. You will revive in town upon being defeated in battle. Let's go with the standard mode right now. So I guess I was right in including this video in my once a week roguelike/roguelite games, because there you go. There's actually modes that there's actually this genre incorporated in this game, right? So let's go normal first for now, since we haven't actually played this game at all. So normal, take on slightly more challenging adventure that's still forgiving to the occasional mistake. Baseline enemy health and damage, right? This one, yes, as expected. But it does have 15% increased item rarity globally. Okay, so you get more rewards, I guess, right? Pretty standard as well. Cool, so let's choose normal. Right, I'm not gonna choose this one for now. Alright, on higher difficulties, blah blah blah. Yeah, right. Next. There you go. Skills exhausted in challenges can only be recovered by resting at an inn. Oh, camping overnight or using certain oh, there you go. So there's the tactical map right here. Officer Erin, you there? You were with the soldiers that came in from the south. With me. The undead ahead look like nasty ones. We'll push through this group and regroup with Captain Roderick and his men in the garrison. Okay. If you're handy with that weapon of yours, now would be a good time to use it. Alright, so I'm in the front. Alright, I'm in the front. So would have been nice if he was in the front, right? I don't think I'm a tanky character. Look at that. He has actually 35 health. I have 19, but I'm obviously going to be more powerful than him. So this is the, I guess, the turns. So he got the first turn, right? First turn, I get the second, and so on and so forth. Battle, heroes. There you go. Journal. Okay. Map. Okay, so we are here. Alright, let's go here to the battle. Wait, what's this? We have 150 gold. We have 7 out of 20 supplies. Okay. So we have a supply mechanic. I wonder if as you traverse the land, this gets lower and lower like fuel. We got 1 out of 3 fate, a measure of your good fortune and karma, used for altering your destiny. Spend points to redo a bad challenge roll, taking the new outcome. Oh, okay. If negative, you will be forced to reroll successes. Oh crap, okay. Okay, that's a cool mechanic, I guess. So we need to manage this carefully, I guess. Right, we have the menu and we have the help. Can we actually save now? No, we can't. Okay. So typical of roguelike/roguelites, although we're not in that mode still. I'm not sure if we can have a save option later on, but we'll see. Alright, let's do battle. What do we have? Tutorial in progress. So that means we can't use this because it's a tutorial. Yep, it's preventing us from doing this because we are in the tutorial. Alright, so let's see. It deals 9 damage. Deal extra damage equal to bleed damage on you and target. So they don't have bleed yet, right? Okay, so I think as like some other games like this, I guess these are their intended actions on their turn. So this one's gonna deal 7 damage and he's going to deal, or no, gain 5 guard. So he has 15 damage already. Right, that's my assumption, but we'll see. Okay, so we actually consumes all fury charges, with each charge increasing the damage by 75%. Where's our fury? So we have, I guess these are our points here. What I mean is, as you can see, there's a blue, 1 blue here, that's the cost, and this is our available energy or mana. So we can cast 3 points worth of cards or spells or abilities. These are draw pile, right? Okay. Apply to bleed fall. So this looks like a good opener because it will apply bleed, and then we can do stuff with the bleed later, right? Like this one here. If we have a bleed, if the target has a bleed, we will deal more damage. Okay, so I guess it's pretty straightforward. So let's see. Deal 6 damage. I deal it with this guy. There you go. Now do the same with the defense card. Alright, so we have 2 more points. Okay, so we are not affected by bleed, so we'll just gain 5 block to me. There you go. Oh hey, look at this. They opened up. Deal 10 damage, convert bleed on target to burn. And what's this rage though? Rage consumes all fury charges. Oh yeah, we already read that. Gain 5 guard, alright. Deal 9 damage, so I guess we can just do this one. Yeah, we can just do this one for this guy, and he should be dead. Coolness. So we got 5 guard, and he doesn't deal us any damage. So I wonder if the guard goes away. So let's see. It's actually in the top right, says here, or top left. Block up to 5 damage this round. Alright, so it's only this round. So it also prevents receiving debuffs. Cool, while it's up. Okay, so at the end of the round, it goes away. Alright, let's end the turn. Okay, so nice one. I must admit, I took you for an amateur, but now we might survive this one just yet. I'm actually an amateur in this game, sir. By my side! Let's take them down together. Okay, pretty cocky right there. Oh, there you go. He has his own cards. Alright, Officer Erin has drawn a trigger card. Hover on the icon on him to preview it. Attack while standing beside him to trigger this effect. Oh, interesting. Trigger when an ally in the row attacks. Follow up. Okay, we need to be in the same row. So this is a row, I guess, and this is column. So yeah, this is row here. So we need to be here. And this is a lane or column. So I can actually move there. Let's see. Can I move here? Oh, it will take one move. Alright. Oh, interesting. So this is quite a bit different from the usual deck builders that I play with, because characters can actually move between hexes, or what did they call this? I forgot. They have their own term on this. Cells. There you go. Cells. Triggers are discarded after one use, but can be drawn again from the deck. Now finish off this battle. So he doesn't have any guard anymore. He will deal 6 damage next turn though. But I only have 2 points left. So let's see if we can try to deal 20 damage this turn. So the trigger says when an ally in the row attacks, follow up and deal. Oh, okay. There you go. And it has retained. So we only need to deal 13 damage for 2 points worth of mana, or yeah. Energy, let's see. This is 6, but it applies bleed. So that's 13 points now. We need 7. Let's see. Oh, crap. So bleed, but he will take damage though, my guess. So when his turn comes, he will bleed off. X damage when moving a cell. Apply 5 bleed for 1 turn. Shift 1 to target. So this one says he will take damage if he moves a cell. The bleed, right? So we apply 2 bleed, 6 damage, and then we apply 5 bleed and then shift the target. So these two should probably kill that guy. Let's see. All right, here we go. So 6 damage plus 7, so he has 7 and 2 bleed, right? So if I shift him, hopefully that will potent applied status on this skill ignores. Okay, so let's apply the bleed and hopefully it moves him 1 cell and that will trigger the bleed. All right, so there you go. Let's move him here. All right, cool. So we were right. Well fought. Let's get a move on before more of them come. All right, sir. The garrison is just up ahead. Yeah, we got our XP. All right, cool. Flawless bonus. All right, continue. And we got 19 gold. Cool. Take all. Yeah. All right. Here is the town. Trouble in Westmire. So we got an exclamation point here in the guild hall. We actually got a couple of things here going on. Interesting. So now can we actually save? If I exit to the menu, does that mean that we still get to resume the run, right? Maybe. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on here. So we actually have a few characters here with pictures on them, which means we can talk to them, I guess. Because some other guards here, like this one, doesn't have one, right? Only him. And then he's what? The grave digger? Or the I don't know what other term they are called. Anyway, what's this symbol though? Let's click on one. Okay. A makeshift forge has been hastily set up here, but the furnace lies dormant. So I guess these are buildings that we can build later on. I don't know. But yeah, clicking on them. So this one means there's no one to talk to. But maybe these are in the future runs, or as the game progresses, people will be here, right, to talk to. Now let's talk to this one first and let's see what happens. I know that this probably means we need to talk to him, right? Because there's a quest. So before talking to them though, by the way, let's click on our character. So I guess this means this is the XP, right? And if we see this is the skill grid. Oh, interesting. So we have skill points. So spend skill points to traverse the grid and unlock new cards. You will get a chance to expand the grid as you level up. Okay, so we need to spend 4 skill points to unlock our next skill grid. So this is our current skill grid, I guess, everything here. And then we need to unlock, to spend 4 to unlock more. Or does that mean that? Yeah, I think so. All right, we'll find out soon when we get available skill points to spend. Okay, and these are the types of cards, I guess, which which they belong to. These are the cards for blood magic. So these are the cards for malediction, etc. Right? Okay. So each card belongs to a particular, I don't know what this means. Not genre. Not class. I forgot what the word is. I don't know, maybe specialization or spec is what the word I'm looking for here. Alright, anyway. Let's go back to the main interface for our character, and we have here the stats, which we know already, or we've reviewed already earlier. We do have our max hand draw here. That means we can only have 5 when we draw cards at the start of our turn, maybe. Right? And then we retain 0. Unless the card specifically says we can retain it on our hand at the end of the turn. And we can summon. I don't know if this means we can summon minions or maybe other constructs. Right, but we have a maximum summon count of 2. And this is the interesting part here, formation. So it actually says here. So if you're a tank class, then you probably would want to be on the front row, right? But I don't think we are. So we could either be on the back row or on the mid row. But here it says you can be protected against melee attacks, but you are targeted first by the ranged attacks. So I might just go in the mid row for now. So the neutral position, great for heroes with abilities that cover various ranges. Okay. Alright, what else do we need to see? These are our cards / skills. We can sort them. We have the equipment here, all equipment, and we have the consumable right here, which increases our health. It's a health vial or potion. And we have our resources, gold, supplies, and fate, which we already reviewed or saw a while ago. Okay, now that's our I don't know, inventory and other stuff. We have the journal here, which shows our current quest. So we have Troubling Times, which is our main quest. It rewards us with this one. It says here, it grants our resources or our heroes in the party upon completion of this adventure. Allows you to customize and unlock more starting perks for the heroes in future runs. Oh, okay. So this is the permanent upgrade for your heroes. Okay, if you go to map, Officer Erin, talk to Captain Roderick before you leave. I'm sure he has a plan in mind. Okay, so we can't leave the city. So I guess this is Captain Roderick. But let's talk to him now and let's see what happens. Gotta turn over the graves to make sure we don't get swarmed in our own backyard. Alright, so he just did some comment, but we actually didn't have any conversation. How about this guard? Waypoints off limits. Take it up with the captain if you've got a problem. Okay, so I guess yeah, so there's no conversation really, but just some comments from them. Alright, so I guess let's go to captain now. Let's go talk to the captain now. Officer Erin, welcome to the garrison. It isn't much, but it'll have to do on such short notice. Where are my manners? I'm Officer Erin of the Town's Guard. Wish we had met under better circumstances, naturally. This here is our guild hall. We've converted it to house survivors like yourself, so make yourself at home. In the meantime, you should speak with Captain Roderick. He's in charge around here. Oh, there you go. So now it opened up So we got someone to talk to now here in this, I guess this is the barracks. So this is Captain Roderick, mean looking guy here. Alright, let's go talk to him. Captain Roderick, at ease, Officer Aaron. Well, he's over there, sir. He's nowhere near you. Okay, and greetings, traveler. Your arrival to our fair city couldn't have come at a worse time. The undead curse that lays on this land has been a thorn in our side for centuries, but an attack of this magnitude unheard of. Now, this, I guess, for some of the, or most of the indie games, or maybe all of them, they should really, if there's like conversations like this, they should really hire, or not, you don't even have to hire, just ask your uncle to do a voiceover. You know, any type of voiceover on any conversations will just add some oomph to your game, right? At least from in my opinion. But you know, if you don't have enough budget to hire, you don't really have to hire a professional voice actor at the moment, right? Someone who just has enough, I don't know, a decent enough voice can do voiceovers for you. It just makes the game, I don't know, better if you have, you know, voiceovers for this type of conversations. But anyway, that's just my small opinion right there. So let's continue. Foul magic has disabled the waypoints as well. It smells like the work of enemy action, if you ask me. Indeed, officer. Anyway, Captain Roderick's the name. I'm in charge of this garrison. We've already evacuated the civilians to High Home before the incident with the waypoints, so it's just battle essential personnel here. The situation's dire. We've got our hands full tending to the injured, so I urge you to help my men push back the undead in the immediate area. The dead outnumber us 3-1 out there. Okay, so my most pressing concern now is the garrison's storehouse up north. It's been overtaken by local gangs, but if you can wrestle control back from them, it would greatly help the defense effort. Alright, Officer Aaron, now leave it to us, sir. I've got a good feeling about this one. Okay. Godspeed, and keep your wits about you out there. Alright, before we leave, let's see if you can recruit help from the guild hall. Oh, we can actually recruit party members now. Nice. And on the background right there, there's some more people or conversations that might have opened up, right? Okay, so things will go a lot smoother with another pair of hands. I agree. So there you go. Like I said, as the game progresses, or as we progress through the game, then more people will probably show up here to talk to, right? Or to talk with. So you have Sister Ophelia now here on, I don't know, this fountain here, or altar. And we have June the blacksmith. Cool. And we still need to talk to, I guess, Officer Aaron right here for something. So I guess exclamation points are related to our main quest or some quests. So if we talk to June the blacksmith, okay, so she actually sells us equipment. And looks like each equipment will actually give us a new skill card besides the other bonuses, right? Like for example, if they equip this or buy this, it means we gain this throwing dagger skill card. And it grants us also +1 attack damage for all our attacks, I guess. It also has 2 sockets, which is color coded, it seems. This one has 2 blue sockets available, while this one has 1 red, this one has 1 red, and this is a combination of red and blue. So I wonder if we gain gems or some other stuff that we can put in the socket later on in the game, right? So for example here, or also this one requires 8 what's this, dexterity or agility. So if we take a look at our hero, we have 10 dexterity, so we can actually equip this if we buy this one because we have 10, right? Now the only problem is this doesn't seem synergistic with our character or class. So if you've already noticed, our class specializes in bleed stuff, right? Although we have the standard guard cards, but yeah, most of our attacks and damage concentrates around, and even granting some armor to us is needs to be synergized with the bleed effect. So going back here, this one is just a straight up deal 5 damage and then gain 1 agility. And I don't wonder what's immutable. Immutable means not affected by stat bonuses. So I guess this is fine. It's like it's a neutral card. There's no color here on the border or on the top. So that means, you know, we can, I guess it's a pretty standard card to put on any deck. Doesn't need synergy, I guess. So I don't know. We'll see. What's this? This one is also a straight up deal 15 damage and regain 2 hit points. I guess we can also put this one, but it would be better if we have some stuff that synergizes with bleed, right? For example, if this one, instead of like we gain reinforce, and if reinforce says we gain 1 armor for every bleed effect on our character, or for example this one, it deals like just 10 damage or 15 damage, but instead of regaining 2 hit points, it actually adds more damage for each bleed on the enemy. Things like that. But anyway, for now I don't think we need an equipment. Hopefully we don't need one for now early in the game, but we'll see later on. She's actually smiling a bit on us. Okay, anyway, let's not get distracted. Okay, what else? So we now have, let's go talk to Sister Ophelia now and let's see what she says. All right, hello sister. By the light. All right, so for this one, you can either, the developers could either hire or ask their aunts or aunties and grandma, right? By the light, you look like you've seen better days. Alright, I will do what I can to heal your wounds, but anything beyond that, well, resources are strained at the moment as we fend off the undead. Obviously, they can't hire me, or they cannot ask me because I don't do well. I don't do voiceovers well for these type of characters, so my bad. Please do what you can to protect the innocents here. If necessary, return to the sanctuary for further healing. Okay, so I guess we've opened up the sanctuary right here. If we get damage on our next run, then we can ask her to heal us, I guess, for a price. Light guide you, traveler. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sister. Okay, here we go. Prayers. So we can actually buy some other stuff here, like medicinal leaf, which grants us grit. Alright, when used in battle, adds grit into your hand. When used outside battle, restores 2 HP. Oh, interesting. Okay, discard a card. Oh, there you go. So there's your discard a card and regain 3 HP. So if you have a lot of those cards that you can only have once per turn, or you can use once per turn, then you can use this to heal yourself, right? If you need to. Or if some effects gives you a card that's pretty much useless, or I can actually damage you at the end of the turn if you still have that card. There are some deck builders out there or games like this, similar to this, where it will put cards into your deck that is either very useless or actually damages you or gives you negative effects if it remains in your hand at the end of your turn. So cards like these are very useful for those type of situations. There's actually some cards that can destroy cards in your hand, right? And it's optional, which means it's just useful for you because you can have the choice of either destroying a pretty weak card in your hand because they're so weak already that, you know, using them is just not very effective use of your mana or energy. So, and then that card that destroys the card will gain a good effect, a better effect than the card that you destroyed. So anyway, those are the type of combos or synergies that you can have in this type of games. So we can actually also buy small health vials and small stamina vials. So only usable in battle. When used, recover 1 action point. Okay, cool. You cannot go over your max AP. So I guess that energy that I was talking to you about, I think that's the action point, right? So we also have prayer. We can buy prayers from her. So this one is free. Heroes are healed up to 50% of their max HP when visiting the sanctuary. So I think this is pretty much free. But if we want to be healed up to max HP, we need to pay 20 bucks or 20 gold. We can actually revive heroes. Cool. That's cool. We can give alms, a worthwhile donation to a charitable cause, a 50% chance to earn fate. Oh, okay. So we can buy fate, I guess. Or a chance to buy fate. Thanks, sister. We can have a conversation with her. Oh, actually, cool. There's an extra conversation here. So, intro. I am Ophelia, High Priestess of the Order. The Order consists of different groups with various functions, but we all act together to become the sword and shield of the common people. With the left palm, we share our teachings with those who will listen, and provide our medicinal services to those who are in need. With the right fist, we upkeep the law and maintain justice. Cool. And undead attack. Alright, I'm gonna... Okay, just fine. Where's my wife? She's at work, sorry. It happened all too suddenly. I lost a good many of my brothers and sisters in the attack, and if it were not for the captain's quick response, I would not be here as well. This fort is home until someone can figure out what exactly is going on and put an end to it. Okay. Captain Roderick. While I am in charge of domestic matters in the fort, I must put my faith in the captain and his men to keep us safe. You know what? I'll just read all of these off camera, unless suddenly they give us new quests. I doubt, right? I doubt. So, and if we actually go to the blacksmith, there's more conversation here, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna click on this so you can read, pause and read if you want to. Okay, and then I'll pause the video at some point maybe and just read through them as well. Okay, there you go. So now it's time to talk to the officer again, Officer Erin, right? Is it? And let's see what he has to say, or can we finally get out of this town after talking to him? Oh, hey, he actually has a new. So that's the garrison. Party decision. The guild hall is wide and airy, originally designed to accommodate crowds for the town's festivities. Now it is a temporary refuge for sullen-faced adventurers nursing all manners of injuries. Oh, I remember now. I think in our previous conversation with him, he did say we can go here and we can ask, or we can gain a new party member. Okay, and these are the choices. So let's see. Most shrink away as you approach, unwilling to head back out. You are about to write off finding a hire when you run into a fellow adventurer. And these are our choices. Lucius, a mercenary of few words, who escorted your convoy here. He seemed like the stoic and dependable kind. Pierre, a spellbinder. He had joined your convoy from the Citadel on a trip to survey the lands of Westmire. So I probably go first with the tank, or what looks like a tank person, right? Which looks like it's Lucius for now. Because this one, it's Bertram, a local ranger. You recall exchanging greetings with him on the way here, a welcome sight from the ever-present threat of highwaymen. So yeah, he's a ranger, and this one is they wore a ragged veil that covered their face. Might be a healer, might be a spellcaster as well. So I might go with Lucius because our character is more like a DPSer or a debuffer. So we need someone in the front line. So let's go with Lucius. Lucius, the sword hand, cracks his knuckles. I arrived a few hours earlier with the first wave of survivors. Helped out where I can, but I'll be much more helpful out there with my sword. You could definitely use a warrior of his caliber. Okay. You leave the guild hall, new companion in tow. Humble beginnings, but a beginning nonetheless. Yeah. And continue. So now I guess we can head out to the wilds and try to do one of our main quests or all of them if we can. So let's first see now here. He's actually configured as a veteran, or a subclass chosen is a veteran. He has a lot of, so he can actually debuff, so the target can take more damage, I guess. Is it apply more vulnerable to him? I think it's for the target, right? Which is the hopefully the enemy. Yeah, it's a melee debuff. Sorry. Okay, there you go. So he actually is a tank. So he has a lot of cards that gives pretty much straight up guard or armor, I guess. And oh, he can apply bleed. Now that's good because our character specializes at bleed. There you go. Straight up 10 damage. Okay. Once played, this card goes into the expend pile. So it's just a one-time card, and it's not going to our discard pile, but the expend pile. I wonder if there are effects that lets us choose or recover cards from our expend pile, but for now, doesn't look like it. Okay. So he has some damage dealing as well, but for the most part, I think he's a good synergy with our main character. Cool. And he has high strength, a bit of a high-end dexterity, but there's a penalty in his intelligence. Not too much though, which is good. He has 3 action points. He has high health. We have 19, he has 26. And he has 13 initiative. We have 10. So he actually goes first. In the formation, he actually is on the front row. Right? And okay. He also has 5 max hands, 0 cards retained, and 2 max summon count. Cool. So I think we chose the right person. Now it doesn't really say if we need to pay him. Doesn't say here if there's anything that indicates he needs payment. Right? Innate skills 11. These are the innate skills, I guess. Item skills. Okay. Granted by the equipment, right? And we don't have anything to equip him except the vial. There you go. Right, we share resources. And this is his skill grid. I can read this off camera, but I'll highlight it for you for now. So it looks like he specializes in what? Maximum HP, increasing his HP and maybe strength. Yeah, learn a skill from a school of your choice. So schools. Okay, so these are schools. Great. Now I found the word. So swordsmanship school, warrior school, and leadership schools. Okay. Cool. There you go. All right. Anything else that we need to know from this guy? Nothing else, right? I hope. So we got our formation set. And I guess we are set to head out. There's no more characters with the exclamation point. Awesome. So I think that's pretty much it for now on our first look, and hopefully my video gave you an idea. It kind of gave me an idea on what this game is all about. It's pretty much a deck builder, right, with an RPG element. And as you saw in the very early stages of our video, it does have an option there to go roguelite or roguelike. So I like this game so far, and this will probably take a spot on one of the as part of my rotation when I'm playing my roguelite or roguelike games, even though the main campaign or the main game is that we chose for now is not we didn't click on the roguelike, but still this is kind of very similar in gameplay, I think. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, appreciate if you can give it a thumbs up. And hey, this channel is all about gaming, so if that is the content you like watching, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. As always, stay safe and thanks for watching. This is Kenra, signing off.